Diddy exposed, y'all. Diddy exposed. Secret NDA leaked by Jonathan Oddi. S-L. I ain't even got to spell the word. We're just going to go S-3X. Allegations revealed. Kadishalynn reacts to it as well. I'm Uda. I'm on the go. You on the go. We all on the go together, man. Listen, we got to get to this content. This is crazy, all right? Let's take a listen in. I want everybody to drop a like, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you're getting in the comments, all right? Let us know what you're thinking about this Diddy trial. I've been live on the scene for the last couple of days in court. Today's a day off. Tomorrow, Friday, is going to be the end of the last picks of the jurors, so we'll know exactly who the jury is. And on Monday is when all of the witnesses, some of the witnesses, not all, but witnesses will be testifying and different things will be going on in front of the judge. So I will be giving you all of that. And I'm live because I'm from New York, as you can see. I'm live from New York, so I'll be there at the courthouse, and this is what we're doing. We're getting to it. But let's get to Kadisha.
Hotel, and then we all saw that bombshell interview of him saying that he had physical relationships with Diddy and Cassie Ventura. In this interview, Jonathan Oddi claimed that he was like a slave for Diddy, and he said that he caught an STD from Diddy, and then they would have a settlement where he allegedly got $50 million, and then he had to sign an NDA. And well, now that NDA has just been leaked to the media. Jonathan Oddi's wife, who he was with when he allegedly had this relationship with Diddy and Cassie Ventura, has now sat down with the media and gave a whole interview about it, and also dropped the NDA between Jonathan Oddi and Diddy back in 2014. And when I tell you, I have chills from everything, because this man said a lot. He said stuff about Donald Trump and Diddy and so much in this interview, but now to actually see this NDA in real time is insane. As you can see, it was a confidentiality
I will be reading that later.
Agreement back on July 9th of 2014 between Jonathan Oddi and Sean Combs. During Jonathan Oddi's interview, he had a lot to say, and he even talked about Diddy's former lawyer, Mark Garagos, who we know just got caught out recently in Diddy's trial. Yesterday, Mark Garagos was just called out by the judge for giving information on his podcast with TMZ's creator, Harvey Levin. We can't forget that Mark Garagos' daughter, Kenny Garagos,
that's crazy,
is the one that is
audio.
representing Diddy right now.
Sound like you know something about something.
Jonathan
Real
Oddi
shit.
even talked about substances that
everybody drop a like, get the likes up.
With, and saying that they would move these substances on private airplanes. And he even alleged that Diddy had a problem with these substances.
Nasty work. Nasty work, y'all. Get the likes up. Tell me what y'all thinking. Seth, you just dropped some Jews in there. If you think they're Jews or not, you look like he knows something about something. And I've seen Seth audios on the channel before that.
Them before with Diddy and Cassie.
I had sex with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he was spend time working with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters, and I heard a lot of business. Because what they would do is Sean talks a lot on the phone and on the TV with speakers and stuff, and I was like a sex slave. Okay, for them that's what I was. That's all. All right. I called herpes, and I came back and I seen for herpes and won. But
what the age?
Mark Garagos and Ben Taylor were his attorneys, okay? And Christopher Leon's here was my attorney. They asked me to turn in that, which was the video recording, and I did so. They gave it back to me accidentally, and it's possible, it's possible I can produce a copy. Yeah, it's possible. I'm not sure. My settlement
it is.
Put me in a box. They said I couldn't talk because otherwise I'll be sued. So I let it be, but they've been following me, and they've had Mark Garagos has had the FBI on me, has had other agencies looking at me and spying on me, okay, because they want to set me up as an extortionist, like if I was extorting Sean for money. It's wrong. Basically, what happened is Davis and Ross, which they're good buddies, okay, they're gay. They move all the dope. Okay, all the dope on private
nasty.
jets, which don't get screened by customs, by the inside the United States. Okay, they move what's called high grade powder MDMA.
All right, we're gonna skip past this part because what's crazy about that scene and Jonathan Oddi being there, all right, is that he had this whole story to tell these people. He said, listen, I was like a S-Slve. You know what I mean? All of this was happening. He said he was having sex with Cassie. He was talking about other men being used as well. He was talking about DJ Khaled and Rick Ross allegedly being from the letter community, saying that he made a lot of allegations he was making that day. And the agents that was there was not believing nothing he was saying. They was not even taking nothing to be anything serious. Like, yeah, word? Oh, okay. They're like, yeah, man, you don't understand. They got the drugs, the liquid drugs and all this stuff. They're moving it in. It's a rock box. All this kind of stuff he was saying. And they was just looking at him like he's so crazy. Then to come and hear some of the allegations that's been alleged from Cassie, from whoever, you know what I'm saying? It gives relevance and a lot of credence and credibility to this guy, Jonathan Oddi. I remember at one point, the guy disappeared. I didn't know where he was. They were saying something about the NDA over the paperwork being leaked. We don't know if it coming from Jonathan Oddi being leaked or did it come from the wife or something like that? I don't know. I don't know, because this is the first thing, really, again, I'm hearing, because Jonathan Oddi was out the way. Everybody was wondering where the hell he was, right? Was he missing? Some people's even saying, was he unalived? I know we all know that. Some people were saying, was he unalived? But let's get a little bit back into this and see what's going on.
Soon as 2024, for some reason, his court hearings keep getting pushed back farther and farther. As you can see, he keeps having but it keeps getting pushed out longer, longer, and longer. And it's still happening. Jonathan Oddi actually had court today, and it happened again, and it got pushed out even longer until June 5th of 2025. Can't help but wonder if Jonathan Oddi is working with the feds against Diddy. We know there are going to be multiple male escorts that are going to be involved in Diddy's trial. But one really piqued my interest that recently filed a lawsuit against Diddy, who claimed that he was an escort that worked in Florida and he traveled to New York to have relationships with Diddy and a popular female companion who we can assume is Cassie Ventura at the Intercontinental Hotel. Mind you, Jonathan Oddi is from Florida and he's currently being held in Miami, Florida County Jail.
Okay, that's
Cassie references
right.
this exact same incident that this man says in his lawsuit, and it's not the one where we are seeing Cassie run down the hallway. It's a whole separate incident. Cassie said in her lawsuit on one occasion around 2013, the same year that this worker gave in his lawsuit against Diddy, Diddy had allegedly set up a free bomb at the Intercontinental Hotel in New York City, after which he was charged with tens of thousands of dollars in damages by the hotel. And upon information and belief, Diddy's chief of staff at the time, Tony Fletcher, paid the invoice charged by the hotel. Now that we have somewhat of a timeline, because we know this NDA was signed between Diddy and Jonathan Oddi back in 2014, I'm very curious if this might be him, or if he'll show up in this trial altogether. And I really wonder if this is why Jonathan Oddi's court dates keep getting pushed back, because it makes no sense that you were charged all the way back in 2018 and still in 2025 for no reason at all. It just keeps getting pushed out longer and longer. No matter what the case may be, this NDA actually being released is crazy, because it's showing things that he said can now be proven. He did in fact have an NDA with Diddy. So it really makes you want to question every single thing that man was saying. And when I tell you, he was saying more than just Diddy and Cassie. He was saying a lot. I highly suggest you go back.
Jesus, Lord, Diddy, I don't know what's going on. Diddy, I don't know what's going on, brother. This Jonathan Oddi situation is going to be something, though. This Jonathan Oddi situation is going to be crazy. This NDA, I'm going to read it later on the channel. I'll read it later so we can get into it and see what it's all about. It's just nasty work, though. I will say that. It's really, really nasty work. What is this going to mean to everything, you know what I mean? Imagine Jonathan Oddi comes in court and speaks. Oh my God. If that guy comes to court and speaks, it's over, bro. Just chalk it up, bro. If that man speaks, it's over. I'm telling you right now. No joking about it. If the guy speaks, it's over. Straight. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. And this coming out right now, right before the trial's coming out. Really, the trial really kicking off. I feel, to me, the trial is really starting to kick off on Monday. You know what I mean? That's when the trial's going to really be kicking off. It's going to be kicking off on Monday. Witnesses are speaking and everything. I will be there. I will be live. So, like I said, subscribe to the channel. Just plain and blatantly, Sean is a closeted, freak. And always been on a power trip. Let's not talk about that 66 million that Big was going to leave Bad Boy and start his own label. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's a whole nother conversation as well, bro. Yeah, man. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, bro. Straight. Because you got a lot of info in your head. Because I was telling people about that 66 or 67, whatever. It's supposed to have been 66, 60 point, whatever, million that Biggie was allegedly supposed to have been signing for, you know what I mean? Or he signed for, you know, allegedly Diddy, and was mad about that whole situation, him songwriting for Little Kim. Remember, he wrote that album for Little Kim around that time. He wrote the Junior Mafia album at that time. And remember, those albums wasn't on Bad Boy. So imagine that you was probably Diddy, and you made big, or you feel you made him, obviously. You made big, you know what I'm saying? Whether you got his talent or not. People feel like they make you, whether they have their talent or not. Your talent or not. And now he goes and does his own thing, does his own little label deal, and with the competition, and he's making some hit albums after you done helped him to be successful. I can understand why people would be mad about that. You know what I'm saying? I can't be really disgruntled about something like that, you know what I mean? So, I don't know, man. I think it's nasty work, though. But everybody subscribe to the channel. Like I said, get in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking about Diddy, the whole situation. Go and watch my other live videos I did. I was in front of the courtroom a couple of days. Go and see the live videos. It's always going to be simple. Just me, a picture, in the courtroom in the front of the court. That's how I'm going to do them. Maybe I'm going to try to get one inside the court building or something like that, too. But, you know, you can't have your phones. So I will be updating y'all. That's what I'm saying. That was all separate ending. But remember, he wrote that album, though. So regardless if they're signed or not, he's signed. So everything that he's writing, the label's supposed to get some. Remember, they owned his publishing. Remember, Puff owned his publishing and all that. Remember, his mother came out and said he bought it for what, 25,000 or some crazy number, whatever the number was. Remember? So I'm just saying, Biggie as a signed artist, you can't just go around writing music for everybody and the label and the people that you signed to get no credit. What are you talking about? So he just did a whole play on them. He did a deal with them, blew up, did his own thing, and then did his own thing, wrote the music for these things. The Little Kim album and the Junior Mafia album. He wrote the whole albums. You know what I'm saying? So and then them albums blew up. It was multi-platinum. That was the next best things after his album dropped, before we got Life After Death. Biggie only dropped Reasonable Doubt. Then remember the Junior Mafia came, he only dropped Ready to Die, and then Junior Mafia, whatever, Lil Kim coming out, boom, 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 boom. And then he comes back with Life After Death, and then he passes away, R.I.P. to B.I.G., but I'm saying, you feel me? Yeah. So I know that they wasn't signed up, I know. But yeah, though, man, y'all get in the comments, y'all subscribe to the channel, share this video, everybody share this video, subscribe to the channel, get in the comments, not just the live comments, make sure you're in the upload comments as well, especially Seth Audio. Make sure you go back when this video is uploaded to make sure that your comment is at least put a comment in the upload section, because you got a lot of knowledge, you got a lot of stuff. Seems like you're from New York like me, probably, but you know, just because you know what you know, that don't mean you gotta be from New York. You could have been from anywhere in New York or somewhere else dealing with shit too, but you just seem like a person that's from town. And I think I heard your name somewhere, somehow, something, so I don't know. My mind is kind of conjunct. I know a lot of things, I know a lot of people, but yeah, though, subscribe to the channel, everybody. Ooda, ooda, ooda. You already know the vibes. We always on go, man.